Good morning, Goldenrod City. My name's Adamew, the coach of your Goldenrod City Galeforce, and welcome to Week 3 of NBBL Monotype. This week, we'll be taking on Coach King K Bool of the Portland Porygons in a bit of a RPA showdown. The RPA is a draft league that me and King played in a bit ago. It's inactive right now because they're, I think, waiting on like Legends Z8 release, and even then, I don't know if they'll run another league. But this is a league called the Reasonable Pokemon Association. I think me and King played one season. I won the lower Aracuda division, and he won the. Well, I should say they won. I don't want to assume pronouns. Um, they won the higher div of Cramorant, and yeah. So bit of a fun showdown taking on someone from the same server as you. And yeah, let's just jump straight into their team. So first up, they got Dragapult, which I fully expect to come. Can be special or physical, has really good versatility, can run Will-O-Wisp Hex, Specs, DD, stuff like that. Mimikyu I fully expect to come as well for the Greninja. Uh, Being able to use the disguise ability to take a hit is very, very good. Bascullegion probably comes because it's a water type. It's also decently solid into this team. It can run like Shadow Ball, stuff like that. Driftblim is a fairly underrated Pokemon. Can be a defensive set or a unburdened sweeper. Gengar can be Choice Specs, which is a very, very annoying Pokemon for my team to deal with since it can use Thunderbolt and Energy Ball. Palisand is their Terra Captain. I fully expect this thing to be a defensive rock set with Sure Up, or Shore Up, not Sure Up. Sableye can set screens and be a general annoyance with Encore and Will-O-Wisp. Hoopa can threaten Toxapex with super effective damage and just be a general annoyance since I think it can use T-Ball and Energy Ball as well. Sarrowedge, it can take advantage of a Alomomola flip turning with like weak armor and weakness policy and SD, stuff like that. Sinistcha is very annoying for my team to deal with, and it has to come because it's a grass type. Uh, can use Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp. I mean, actually, I forget if it can get Will-O-Wisp or not. I think it does, because most ghost types get Will-O-Wisp. But Strength Sap, Calm Mind, stuff like that with Machigacha and the Shadow Ball. So, yeah, and then Dusknoir is their last. Just a pretty inoffensive ghost type. Can hit decently hard. I think it has a decent attack stat. But it can also run like Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split and do all the things that what Dusclops can do. So, yeah, that is going to be a very quick breakdown of their team. Like I said, I'm anticipating Pult, Mimikyu, Bascullegion, and Sinistcha at the very least. I'm not sure what else they're going to go with, but I'm expecting those at the very least. So to get things started here, we have Choice Scarf Greninja with Protein, Spiked, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump, U-Turn. This thing is designed to kind of catch Dragapult off guard if it's like not a DD set. I have enough speed to outrun their, let me see here, the Gengar. That's it. So I have enough speed to outrun the Gengar. I have Spikes just in case I want to quick it. But yeah, mainly I'm just going to be quicking Dark Pulse and Hydro Pump just to get as much damage off as I can and potentially clean a late game. So, next things next, we're bringing a Taunt upon Wellspring with 3 attacks, knock off Cudgel, Taunt, and a U-turn. Taunt is there to shut down whatever the Sinistcha wants to do, whether it wants to click Will-O-Wisp or Strength Sap, and then we can knock off and U-turn for big damage into it anyways. Knockoff is just generally free into this team, because, I mean, it's super effective damage on everything except the Mimikyu, and this team generally likes having their items since, like, Cobra Berry is going to be very important for the Greninja. So yeah, U-turn there to pivot, and yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So going into the next bit of our team, I have Toxapex and Alomomola as our dual regen core. Hex, Toxic, Haze, Recover on Pex with Black Sludge. Bit of a mixed defensive set because, I mean, this is just generally a smoke on set, to be honest, but I felt that it would do pretty well here, especially with Hex being able to get super effective coverage and also be boosted by Toxic. So, yeah, Toxapex can generally win this game single-handedly once the like Hoopa goes down. Haze stops their setup, and Hex Toxic just can hit stuff hard and put them on a timer. And then we have Recover, obviously, for healing. Next up, we have AV Aloe. Pretty standard stuff for us. I have Aqua Jet to hit the Sterile Edge. And yeah, Liquidation into Aqua Jet should kill the Sterile Edge pretty easily. Flip Turn is there to pivot, and Mirror Coat is there for stuff like Specs Gengar and Specs Dragapult. So, yeah. Next up, bringing our standard defensive Swampert. I'm a bit more specially defensive just to take on the, like, Vasculegion and Pult a bit better, because I wasn't that confident I could take it on. I have Flip Turn, Knock, EQ. Like I said, standard stuff. Knockoff is going to be the main move I spam here because it's very, very free into this team. And yeah, Rocks is there to break sashes on like Gengar. And yeah. Finally, we're bringing Araquanid with Max Attack, Adamant, Liquidation, Webs, Crunch, Mirror Coat. Crunch is there for the coverage move. Liquidation's there as the stab move. This thing generally can break their team wide open. I have Mirror Coat there to absorb hits from like Pult or Gengar in case I need it. And Sticky Web is there just as hazards, because they have no hazard remover, so I really wanted to lean very into hazard stacking this week. So, yeah. But at any rate, guys, that is going to be the team for week number 3 of NBBL Monotype, and I will catch you all in the battle. Peace. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the game against King, and... Alright, so... We'll see... Got Dragapult. That was pretty obvious. Same thing with the Sinistcha being brought. Vasculegion... Gengar. Gengar's gonna be a bit of a pain to deal with this game. Sinistcha, obviously, very good into Mono Water, which is Grass type. Koopa, and then the Palisand, which is the Terra Captain. So, yeah. I am just going to do pretty simple lead here, because I got Taunt. Just had to make sure I did have Taunt, because I don't want them to manage to get rocks up in this game, because I can't remove hazards, which is very important. That is the Hoopa. Okay, so, I mean, free knockoff. Should be able to live whatever hit this thing wants to throw at me, get a free knockoff off. And yeah. I don't really think I need to overthink this. Them not winning with Palisand means that they're going to try to force a switch on something, or maybe try to live a hit. But I think I just have to quit Taunt on it. Okay. Sash Way to Hoopa is a counter. Psychic. I should live. Does quite a bit of damage though. Okay, so what'll be the most high leverage play? I mean, after this thing goes down, I anticipate you're going to bring in Sinistcha or the Dragapult. So I feel comfy just knocking again. Right, I think knock again is just a good, solid play. Alright, so we remove another thing. So Hoopa at 1%. This thing's gonna be Colbur. Not Colbur. Okay, so it's lefties. Okay. Now, important thing here, they probably have to play Strength Sap to get health back, so I'll just probably taunt this thing, so that way it can't Willow, can't Calm Mind, can't Strength Sap. So, yeah. They can do a lot of things here. So taunt, and they would use Strength Sap. So okay. So let's see here. Okay. Honestly, not be able to live Shadow Ball or Matcha Gotcha, maybe. But yeah, this thing isn't really something I want to play around with too much. Yep, and it missed, which is unfortunate. I'm not certain it would have killed because this looks like it is like it does have like a considerable amount of defensive investment. And that Hoopa was very special attack invested, so let me check to see if that would have mattered. Okay. Calc is lagging today. Poker Pawn into a Sinistra. Just a regular OUC and Sinistra would have done about... It would have done about like 41 max, and I'm at 42, so it definitely would not have mattered unless this thing was special attack invested. Or it would have gotten the burn, but in which case I could have just went out into something else to pick up the kill. And yeah, this damage does track. It looks like it is max HP, max defense. And they will let me have the Sinistra, which is absolutely massive. Ogre Pun, kill Sinistra. Knock off. This probably has to be the pult. Okay, so here I think my play is always just to go Hello, potentially. Toxapex can do quite a bit of damage to the rest. I need to get rocks up with Swampert at some point in this game. They can very easily quick U-turn here. And I think that might be the play. Ogreplon has a lot of value in breaking this team open. But overall, I think that Aloe is the safest play to make. I think they will just U-turn into... Oh, the darts. Okay. Darts. That took me from 533 down to 291. Aloe, 533 down to 291. I did about 45%. Dragapult. Check band. It's not banned, so it could be Power Herb. If it's Power Herb Phantom Force, it doesn't kill me. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel alright just flip turning. Obviously, I have no reason to not Terra here. But I feel alright just click and flip turn, because they might choose to pivot. Either that or they might choose to Dragon Dance. Sub. So sub DD, okay. Sub DD, darts, probably Power Herb Phantom Force. Okay, that's a good bring. I don't know if we break sub though. Doesn't look like we will. Yeah. Okay. What do I do here? Okay, so Greninja won't be able to revenge kill. I think Araquanid has to be my play. Honestly. Because Araquanid's not, like, it's helpful into this team, but, like, it's not my absolute win condition. So, I'll click Crunch, kind of force them to stay in. And it does click DD. So, let me pull up Araquanid. You are at +1, so Darcy's gonna be doing like 80 something. Greninja should be able. Oh, actually, no, I can't go Greninja after this. It's a good thing that this thing is not leftovers and it's probably powered. If it is Dragon Fang. If it's Dragon Fang, it has a roll to kill me. Also, let me check Swampert. Swampert doesn't die to it either, so yeah. Keep Aloe healthy for the Gengar. There's also the possibility that this could be like Lychee Berry. That's a high roll. Okay, so this thing is Dragon Fang. That's very good to know. Okay, so it is Dragon Fang. Let me check on Swampert. Swampert does not die to this. Oh, it could be Adamant too. Could be Adamant, but we still live it. There's no real reason for me to save this thing, so Colt kills Araquanid. Colt kills Araquanid with darts. Okay, go into this thing. And Swampert should just be able to just knock off. Yeah, I should just be able to quick knock off. Scarf Greninja can win this game, I just need a little bit of chip on things. I'm not gonna risk anything, I'm just gonna knock. Shutting down Sinistcha early was pretty huge. The Greninja should just be able to outrun pretty much everything on this team. I need to check the Basculin Legion. Basculin Legion F. I need a little bit of chip on Bask. It'll just give me the Hoopa. Okay, cool. Swampert kills Hoopa with Knock. They have to go Gengar now. They have to go Gengar to quick Energy Ball. Oh, they go this. Intriguing. Should I get Rocks, or should I just Knock? I am not going to be quicking Flip Turn on this, because, yeah. I'll just Knock. Get a little bit of damage. That's a crit, so that is very max HP, max death. Oh, it has Giga Drain. That's cool. Okay, so I probably want to get Rocks up. I mean, I'm playing this like I am going to just get Greninja in. So, I mean, that is my plan. I have to get Greninja in to win this game. I'm just gonna flip Rocks here, and then we'll go from there. Because I should live with like a marginal amount of health. I can quick, probably... I'm probably just gonna quick Knock, get as much damage off on this as I can. As I get their own Rocks up. Okay, so let's see here. So it has Rocks, Shore Up, probably Earth Power, probably Shadow Ball. Well, it has Giga Drain, so that eliminates one of the moves. Sounds like kind of scary. But I'm just gonna get off as much damage on this thing as I can. because Greninja or just something should be able to come in and pick this thing off. Palisand, defensive. Let me just check Swampert. Swampert is doing like... It has no item. That's around about what I'm doing anyways. It might not be fully defensive, it might be a mixed defensive set. But, yeah. I am in torrent range, but I don't think that'll matter too terribly much. Yeah, that's about what I'm doing. So, I think this is like a pretty max set. I probably should have flip turned there, but I'm kind of playing this a bit straightforward. And if I know it's gonna quit Giga Train, it's not gonna do anything to me. Like, Aloe just eats that hit pretty well. Let's calculate Greninja. Yeah, Aloe just chews this hit. Giga Drain doesn't really do anything to me. Okay, so what do I want to do next? I mean, Toxapex is a pretty alright play. Like, let me check X into this. Earth Power doesn't do it KO me, right? Okay, might not. I want to go for it. I don't really want to proc Water Compaction right now. Shore up again. Okay, now we can definitely play Toxic. I have to watch out for the Gengar too, but Gengar I should just be able to beat with the Greninja. Gengar is going to be a bit of a pain though. I think I might have to sack something like the Swampert to deal with it. They'll switch, probably going to go out into the Gengar. So that means they probably... they might have something. And we break this thing's potential sash too. So... okay, what should I do here? Because just in case this thing... Well, I think I always have to go Swampert to sack here. If it's sub, then we'll just go Aloe next anyways, and then pivot into Greninja. This is going to be tough because I also had to play around the fact that this could be Cold Berry. Oh, it's T-Spikes. Okay, that's cool. So, defensive set... My item proc first, so it still could be Cold Berry. I'll just flip. I don't really want to mess around with this too much. Switch is probably going to go into Palisand, get a cheeky proc on the Water Compaction. Takes Rock's Chip. There's the Water Compaction, gets +3 defense. Alright, that is fine with me pretty much. I just have to not do anything like really dumb. So, move T-Spikes. I mean, I can pretty freely put Toxic again. Like, I'm not that worried about what you're going to do to me. At some point, you have to make the read, because otherwise we're going to be going back and forth forever. Also, you probably do want to get some health back on this thing at some point. Yep. Alright, we got one. What's this thing do I want to bury some? I think I knocked off its leftovers though, so I think it's fine. So I got this thing on a timer now. Okay. I want a quick hex. So, yeah, they might not fear Toxapex now that they have the defense boost. I do want a quick hex because I think it's funny. And I can also just punish Gengar for coming in. It's not going to hit it too hard, but it's going to be something. Just some form of progress. In which Toxapex, I think, actually can just take over and win this game. Since the Sinistcha's down and it can't, like, set up on me. And Hoopa's down, obviously. So, yeah. Getting rocks up for the Dragapult's important because I don't want that thing to be able to set up sub on me. Alright, we'll see if this is weakness policy Gengar or something. Alright, let's see. If it's policy Gengar, well played. Okay, no weakness policy. So, it took quite a bit of damage. So, Gengar. That's like Plunge. E-bolts. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. I mean, Thunderbolt's only going to be doing like 48% to me. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, it's gonna quit plot. So, I think the thing that I might just do... Okay, so, quits plot, disables Hex. I want to swap Swampert in just to sack it. And then we'll get Greninja into Revenge Kill. And Greninja should be able to just dent. Saving differential doesn't really matter in this league, because differential is like, it's either like +2 or +3 or +4 and no in between. So, yeah. I feel like you could have just quick shot up all there, but I understand wanting to try to kill the Toxapex. I'm just going to flip turn again, because I think you're pretty well forced to stay in here. If you go Palisand, then I might just go Greninja, honestly. And this thing is like low to the point where, yeah, okay. So Gengar kills Swampert with Sludge Wave. Okay. Gengar kills Pert with Sludge Wave. Okay, so Grin should just be able to come in now. Scarf Grin was absolutely the play there. So, yeah. I just Dark Pulse. And there's an off chance they might go Dragapult to Revenge Kill, maybe. God, if I was Battle Bond, I could have just ended this right here, but I'm Protein, because I didn't really change the set that much from last week, and I thought Proteum would be better here, because, yeah, changing types is just generally pretty helpful. But they have a little bit of life, so they can go Basket Legion. Grin kills Gengar. Deepulse. Okay. That's the pull. Now this thing has changed its moves, so I can quick Dark Pulse again. I just can't allow this thing to get a free setup move. So Grin should just be able to pick this thing off. As well. And if not, like, Basculegion could prove meddlesome, but I think it's too little too late, because Ogerpon, yep. Grin kills holds with Deepulse. Trying to think, what was the crit was from Ogerpon onto something else. I mean, I don't think there's really any reason for me to save this, because Pex can Toxic Stall. Yeah, Pex can Toxic Stall, and it just cannot punch through Aloe. Don't flinch. Oh, snap. That's hype. Oh, I love that. I love that. Basculegion dies to Head Smash Recoil, which honestly doesn't really matter. Let me make the note: Grin on field. And Alisand should die to this, I think. Yep, I don't think if that was a crit it would have mattered. Grin kills Palo with Deepulse, and we get a pretty dominant win that doesn't even matter because differential doesn't matter in this league. It's a 4-0, but it'll be scored as a 3-0, so Grin 3-0. Nice little performance there for Grin, but yeah. 2 games to King. Sorry about that crit earlier. Like I said, I don't think it would have ended up mattering too terribly much, because, yeah, like, I would have been able... Oh, it was a miss. That's what it was. If it was a miss, I don't think it would have ended up mattering, because unless you had a significant amount of special attack investment, you wouldn't have been able to guarantee kill me. Granted, you obviously risk the burn chance too, but then I can just bring in, what, Greninja or something later to pick it up. And also, Ogerpon just was like a non-factor the rest of that game besides the Sinistcha. So I'm not too terribly sure it would have mattered. I think Scarf Greninja was just too good of a bring for this game. So, yeah. But at any rate, guys, that'll be it for week number 3 of NBBL Monotype. I will catch you all next week when we gotta play Mono Electric. See you guys then. Peace.